Hi guys, it's Charlene from stampingwithcharlene.com and welcome to this week's episode of Almost Live, Stamping with Charlene. It's Tuesday, October 5th, 2021, and tonight you're gonna love this. It is a pop-up card. See that? Isn't that so fun? It fits in our regular size envelope, but it pops up. It can also stand. You can also flip it around like this, change the way you decorate the front, and use it as a table setting. You can put like a little napkin in here, a knife and fork, spoon, and you can put the person's name on this side. It is just, it's so fun. And also, this is part of our card class in the mail for the month of October. So I have 5 samples and they are so cute that I didn't know which one to use as the one that I demoed tonight. So I just randomly chose this one. So make sure you stay until the end so you can see all 5 different designs. And you can find out the details on how you can make them with the card class in the mail. So let's get started. Here's an up close of the card. So when it's in the envelope, it's folded down like this. And then when the person takes it out, it just pops up like that. So you can have your sentiment here on the front, and then you can put a piece of basic white cardstock on the back and stamp on it, and then write your little note on the back of it. But isn't it just so cute? And it also stands up. So it could be used as a little decoration on your desk, you know, anywhere. So the way to do this is start with a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of cardstock. And we are going to score this at 5 1/2, just as if we were making a regular card. 6 3/4. 8 3/4, and then finally at 10 inches. So after you've scored it, just make sure you fold along all the score lines. And then you are going to want to get all of your pieces of designer series paper. This is from the Beauty of the Earth designer series paper. I love it. The color combinations are fantastic. So this is 4 by 3 1/4. You need one of those, and then you need 2 pieces that are 4 by 1 3/4. And then finally you need 2 pieces that are 4 by 1 inch. And the first thing you want to do is just take this piece for now. Take the biggest piece of designer series paper, and we are going to first find our adhesive, and then we are going to put this down here at the top. And of course, both sides of this paper are absolutely gorgeous and make you think of fall, which I love. Down here in Florida, we don't have a fall with changing leaves, but okay, so we're gonna put that piece here at the very top. Then what we're gonna do is fold it like that, like that, like that, like that. So we're gonna fold it along all the score lines to make it into, can you see that? To make it into a little box like this. So what we want to do is I'm going to unfold it now, and let's just see. Let's just put it like this. So all the fold lines are this way, and you want to take 2 pieces of tear and tape adhesive. So just pretend that the score lines aren't there and that you folded the card in half inside out. So we're going to take 2 pieces of tear and tape adhesive and put them right here on this very top piece that's scored. So make sure it's inside that very top score line. Then go ahead and fold it. And the reason we put this here first is because we just want to make sure that when we adhere this down, that we have everything, you know, that it's straight on the sides, and that we leave 1/4 of an inch of a border so that it's nice and straight. And this is much easier to do when you're not doing it on camera. Okay, so just like that. Okay, and there is the pop-up card. So now if you want, you can use the same designer series paper, which is what I chose to do, or you can coordinate different sides of it or different, whatever design you want. So I'm just gonna go ahead now and I'm using my Stampin' Seal Plus, and I am going to just continue and make sure your pattern is running the same way. I'm going to continue to place the designer series paper on the other parts of the card. I'm going to put the second piece that's 4 by 1 3/4. I'm going to slip this on the inside here because that'll hide where we taped it down. It'll just, you know, it gives it a cleaner look. So just make sure when you put that in there that it's nice and straight. And then the final 2 pieces, we are going to put one here on the top part. And then finally, we're going to put the other one down here on the bottom, so that when the card is folded up, it looks like it's nice and finished. You don't have a blank bottom there. And now we are going to move on to decorating it. I know it's just the beginning of October, but for the card class in the mail, we need to get the orders in so that we get all the supplies. I cut them all, score everything, get it off to you so your cards will be finished. So these all have a fall theme, so you can send them for fall or hold on to them for Thanksgiving, but I'm using the Love of Leaves stamp set, and I love this because it has, when you stamp it, it looks like it's watercolored. And then I'm using the coordinating dies, which are the Stitched Leaves dies. And if you look at this, you can either just use this die to cut out the leaf, or you can use them together and they will cut. You can use them together just on plain, like a colored piece of cardstock, so it will cut it out and it will emboss the stitching. You see the stitching in there? And then this here, which looks like the skyline of New York, which I absolutely love, you just lay this piece on your cardstock. So let me take it off of here. You're just gonna lay this on your cardstock and run it through, and it's going to just emboss these beautiful lines onto your cardstock just to give it an extra little flair to it. So there are several things that you can do with this stamp set. Just emboss, you can cut, you can just cut out the leaf, just do the embossing, just use this piece, so many different things. So let's move on to our stamping. And for the leaves, we are going to use Night of Navy, and one of my favorite colors that I rarely use is Merry Merlot. These colors look so good for fall. Okay, so I stamped my 3 leaves, 2 Night of Navy, 1 Merry Merlot, or you can do it the opposite, however you want to do it, but I stamped 3 of them, and I'm using this die here, and I am going to run these through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and then we will put everything together. I have all of my leaves stamped and cut out, and now I'm going to take a piece of the metallic mesh ribbon. If you guys remember, this was part of the Halloween suite that was in the 2020 mini catalog. We used this all the time last year, and I knew that it was going to be a hit. So they carried it over to the new catalog. So I'm just going to tie a bow here on the side. I absolutely love it. These colors are gorgeous, and I hope that you can see through the video how absolutely gorgeous they are. So there is the bow, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to attach my leaves, and I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of Stampin' Seal. I'm going to put that leaf there like that. And I'm going to put the other blue one on the other side. And before I attach this one, I'm going to take my paper snips and I'm going to curl it. So I'm just going to curl the edges up just to give it some more dimension. And then I will attach this one in the center. just like that. And now I'm going to add the sentiment. Now for the sentiment, there are so many nice ones in the Love of Leaves. These are sentiments that we really don't have in any other stamp sets, except for the hello and the thank you. But I thought of you today. Your friendship is something I know I can count on. I'm so glad you're in my life, and hope changes everything. So depending on which one you want to use, that would determine where on your card you place it, wherever it would fit. But I'm going to put mine right down here, and I'm going to attach the base with dimensionals. So my first layer is Mary Merlot, and I'm going to attach this right down here, just on top of the ribbon and to cover the stems of the leaves on the bottom, just like that. And then I'm going to use my Mary Merlot ink. I love this color. I don't know what took me so long. I think it's because it's the combination of using it with the blue that made me just really fall in love with it. So I'm going to stamp the thank you. So this could be good as a thank you note any time of year, or for the fall, for Thanksgiving. And I'm going to attach that right here, and that is it for this fun pop-up card. So to put it in the envelope, I'm just going to fold that down like that. So once again, that's the pop-up, and then there it is folded, and it just goes right into the envelope. I think between the gatefold card with the belly band and this fold, these have to be my favorites because they're just so easy, but they are so over the top in coolness. So this is the first design. Okay, get ready, get ready. Look at that one. Number 2, here's number 3. So fall. I love the colors. I love the blue in there. It's just amazing. Whoever would have thought that that would be a fall color, but it looks fabulous. This one here, which is a little, it's simpler, but the designer series paper really brings out these leaves on the front. And then finally this one here that brings in the Merlot color. I love them. So be sure to check the details on my blog at stampingwithcharlene.com under the card class in the mail, or all the information will be in the email that I sent. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week.